Creed Bratton is an American actor, musician, and former member of the Grassroots. He is more recently known for playing a fictional version of himself on The Office on NBC. Background and education: he was born William Charles Schneider in Los Angeles, and he grew up in Coors, California, a small town near Yosemite National Park. His grandparents, mother, and father were musicians, and he took a liking to music at a very early age. At 13, he received his first guitar from a Sears mail-order catalog. He became a professional musician during his high school and college years. Musical career. Early years. He decided to try life as a traveling musician and made his way on a global excursion, during which he changed his name to Creed Bratton. He traveled through Europe, Africa, and the Middle East. He played guitar at a large folk festival in Israel, appearing with his group the Young Californians. Fellow American and guitarist Warren Entner witnessed Bratton's performance and asked him to give him a call when he got back to the United States. In 1966, they formed a partnership and recruited the remaining members needed for their group, the 13th Floor. Bratton played lead guitar, Rick Owens played drums, Entner played rhythm guitar, and Kenny Fukamoto played bass. They recorded a demo and sent it to Dunhill, a new record company headed by Lou Adler. The Grassroots. Producers-songwriters P.F. Sloan and Steve Barry heard the demo and liked it. They needed new band members for a folk rock group that they had created in 1965. The 13th Floor lost its bass player to the draft during this time, and quickly recruited Rob Grill, changing its name to the Grassroots for prior name recognition. The group went straight to the top 10 with their first recording, Let's Live for Today, in 1967. The group continued in its hit-making vein and toured the United States. Iconic hit songs such as Midnight Confessions cemented the group's standing as major contributors to the rock music scene. The Grassroots had top songwriters offering their best songs to them and wrote many songs themselves. On its major songs, music on the recordings was played by LA studio musicians known as the Wrecking Crew. Bratton co-wrote Beatin' Round the Bush, No Exit, and Hot Bright Lights, and self-composed Dinner for Eight, and House of Stone. Bratton played with the group on its first 4 albums, Let's Live for Today, Feelings, Golden Grass, and Lovin' Things. 3 albums charted and Golden Grass received a gold record certification. He took part in the first 10 singles released, 8 of which charted. Midnight Confessions received a gold record certification. The Grassroots played at the Fantasy Fair and Magic Mountain Music Festival on Sunday, June 11, 1967, in the Summer of Love, as its top 10 hit Let's Live for Today was hitting the airwaves. This music festival occurred before the Monterey Pop Festival, but did not have a movie to document it for the ages. On Sunday, October 27, 1968, the group played at the San Francisco Pop Festival and then played at the Los Angeles Pop Festival and Miami Pop Festival in December of that year as its top 10 hit Midnight Confessions was hitting the airwaves. In April 1969, Bratton became frustrated by Dunhill's refusal to allow the band to write its own songs and play the instruments on its records. After a disastrous appearance at the Fillmore West in April 1969, Bratton was asked to leave the band. Solo years. In 2001 and 2002, Bratton released 3 albums showcasing his solo recordings since the 1960s with the assistance of Peter White. In 2007, he presented an induction award to the Wrecking Crew at the Musicians Hall of Fame. In 2008, he released another album of new music with producer John Tyven. In 2010, Bratton released another new album titled Bounce Back with producer Dave Way. In 2011, Bratton released an album of greatest hits from his first 3 solo albums titled Demo. In 2010 and 2012, Bratton performed live at the SXSW Festival. In 2013, Bratton released an original work in 3 acts, as an audio biography, titled Tell Me About It. Songs ranged from recently written to pieces he had written decades ago. Bratton cites that he listens to lots of jazz and classical music. On January 18, 2014, Bratton joined his friend Zachary Scott Johnson for a duet for the 500th consecutive day of the Swanada project on YouTube. The video was recorded in Bratton's home. The video has received over 300,000 views. Acting career: Bratton began to pursue an acting career in 1979. He has appeared in films such as Mask and Heart Like a Wheel. He was a cast member on NBC's Emmy and SAG award-winning The Office. In 2008, he appeared in a short film with Kyle Gass titled Just One of the Ginos, which won an award for Best Short Film at the 2008 Malibu International Film Festival. He appeared in the feature film Labor Pains in 2009. His recent film projects are The Ghastly Love of Johnny X, written, produced and directed by Paul Bunnell, I Am Ben, written, produced and directed by Matthew Brady and Llewellyn Connell, and Terry, produced by David Guy Levy. Terry was selected by the Sundance Film Festival 2011 to appear in the U.S. dramatic competition. It was one of only 16 films selected from 1,102 submissions to the U.S. dramatic category. In 2012, he appeared as special guest star and staged with Brandon Olive, who appeared with him in Just One of the Ginos. Bratton's latest film project is Saving Lincoln, a biography set in the Civil War period. It is produced by Horatio C. Kemney and written and directed by Salvador Lichvock. Filmography. Discography. Singles ++ gold record, RIAA certification, +++ composed by Italian superstar Lucio Battisti. Albums ++ gold record, RIAA certification. References. External links: Creed Bratton at the Internet Movie Database, Creed Bratton at AllMovie, the-grassroots.com, official site, Creed Bratton at MySpace, Creed at AMG, interview with Creed Bratton, Rocker Magazine 2013, about new record, finale of The Office, interview with Creed Bratton, Submerge Magazine 2015, about his career as an actor and musician.